Good afternoon, Carcelén. We're live here in Colegio Americano de Quito on the campus, and we are going to interview some people that we find close to us.
Hi and welcome to Chem Live. We're here in biology and we're going to interview Greg.
Let's go.
Greg Smith.
Hi Greg, can we ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay, we want to know if you remember about your chemistry 10th grade class, and we're going to ask you what is ionic and covalent bonding.
Okay.
So first, what is ionic bonding?
Ionic bonding is when two atoms will exchange electrons, like one will give it up and the other one will take it.
Okay, now what is covalent bonding?
Covalent bonding is like sharing electrons.
I'm here with Victor and I want to know, what is ionic bonding?
Ionic bonding is the chemical attraction that two elements have to reach full outer shell by giving or taking away electrons.
Hello, we're here with Martin Andrade and we want to ask you some questions. Can we ask you some questions? Yeah, of course. So the first question is, what is ionic bonding?
Ionic bonding is when two electrons have electronegativity converse.
And what is covalent bonding?
Covalent is when boundaries in Earth touch themselves.
Thank you, Martin Andrade. We appreciate.
Do you know what covalent bonding is?
Well, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Hugus, Carl Hungus, you're watching this. A valence electron is an electron in the outer shell of an atom. And I believe covalence has to do with electrons that are on the outer shell that are shared between atoms that form molecules. Is this correct?
Yes.
All right, have a good day, man.
Ionic transfer of electrons, covalent sharing of electrons.
Ionic transfer of electrons, covalent sharing of electrons.
Ionic transfer of electrons, covalent sharing of electrons.
Hi, Mr. Posada.
Hi.
Could you please tell us what's the difference between ionic and covalent bonding?
Okay, number one, I've got a cold, so it's hard to hear me. Covalent bonding is when you've got two particles that are very near each other. And when you see particles near each other, you realize there's got to be some kind of force. Things don't just sit near each other without reason. Forces pull things together. And covalent, you see this interaction between particles, they're close to each other, but you see the same thing with ionic bonds. The difference, number one, the first difference is that ionic bonds are quite far away from each other. Okay, the distance is larger. Covalent bonding, the particles are closer. That means it's a more intimate force. And the south pole, north pole. And you see, what do when they get close to each other? They form a bond. They attract each other.
So, because this is 10th grade chemistry,
Yes.
what is like a summary that you will want to say, like what's the most common difference between these two types?
Covalent bonds are intimate, strong bonds. The particles are very close to each other, covalent bonds. And the real interaction force is a magnetic field interaction force. Ionic bonding are two particles that there's a greater distance between them, and it's a weaker force because of the distance. But that is due to a Coulomb force, an electric positive-negative interaction, an attractive force. So they're both attractive forces, but one is much stronger than the other. And so the distances between them are different. Covalent bonds are intimate bonds. Atoms are very close to each other. Ionic bonds are less strong, greater distances.
Ionic bonding is between a metal and a non-metal. And covalent bonds is between two non-metals.
Ionic, non-metal, and metal. Covalent, non-metal, non-metal.
Ionic, non-metal, and metal. Covalent, non-metal, and non-metal.
Non-metal, non-metal, ionic, metal, non-metal.
took chemistry in 10th grade. To learn about chemical bonds, Mr. Ben taught me about ionic and covalent bonds, and now I'll teach you with this song. First, let's start with ionic bonding. A bond between a metal and a non-metal. It transfers and shares valence electrons to complete an element's outer shell. But don't forget about covalent bonding. Never really a metal involved, just always bonds between two non-metals. And the atoms share electrons instead. Ionic have positive and negative charges, with a large electronegativity difference. Covalent have no charges, with a low electronegativity difference. These are the differences between both bondings. And the outer shell of an atom isn't complete. Chemical bonds will come to hell. Ionic and covalent bonds hold atoms together to form molecules.